At 8:15 on a Tuesday morning, two men park outside the same glass office building in a wealthy American suburb. Both are 38. Both earn $9,000 a month before taxes. Both work in management. Both started with roughly the same salary, the same opportunities, and the same ordinary desire to build a good life. Daniel steps out of a brand new luxury SUV. His phone is the newest model. His watch is expensive enough to attract questions. His jacket carries a logo that speaks before he does. His apartment is downtown. His weekends are carefully photographed, and his social feed suggests that everything is going exactly according to plan. Michael parks 3 rows away in a 7-year-old sedan. His phone is scratched. His clothes are clean but unremarkable. His watch is cheap. Nobody turns when he walks through the lobby. At lunch, Daniel complains that money is tight. Michael quietly transfers $1,500 into his investment account. That is the part nobody sees. Daniel has built an expensive life around an income. Michael has built a financial system around a margin. Call this the appearance tax, the amount of your income you sacrifice so other people will believe you are doing well. You tell yourself the car is transportation, the watch is quality, the apartment is deserved, the restaurant is networking, the designer clothes are professional. Each purchase can be defended individually. But wealth is rarely destroyed by one ridiculous purchase. It is destroyed by a system of reasonable purchases that quietly become permanent. And that raises the uncomfortable question: why are intelligent adults so willing to finance an image they cannot afford? The answer begins long before Instagram. In 1899, economist Thorstein Veblen described what became known as conspicuous consumption, spending designed not merely to satisfy a need, but to communicate status. The strange thing is that the product is only half the transaction. The other half is the audience. Your phone delivers thousands of carefully selected lives directly into your nervous system. Someone is traveling. Someone bought a house. Someone upgraded a car. Someone is celebrating a promotion in a restaurant you cannot afford. The algorithm does not need to tell you that you are behind. It simply keeps showing you people who appear ahead. This is why "I deserve it" can become financially dangerous. The sentence may be emotionally true and economically irrelevant. Of course, you deserve enjoyment. The question is whether the enjoyment has to be financed by future income. And future income is a dangerous thing to spend today. Consider two people earning the same $9,000 a month. One spends an extra $1,500 every month trying to look successful. The other keeps that money invested. If the second person invests $1,500 every month for 25 years and earns an average annual return of 8%, compounded monthly, the account grows to roughly $1.43 million before taxes and fees. The first person did not merely spend $450,000 in contributions over those 25 years. They surrendered the growth that money could have produced. The expensive car is not competing with a cheaper car. It is competing with $1.43 million. And the sticker price is only the beginning. This is how lifestyle inflation becomes a trap. Your income rises, so your apartment rises. Your apartment rises, so your furniture rises. Your furniture rises, so your entertainment rises. Your car rises, so your expectations rise. Then the raise disappears. You are earning more and somehow feeling just as broke. And here is where the argument usually meets resistance. But I work hard. Exactly. That is why this matters. If you work hard for 10 years and every increase in income is immediately converted into a more expensive lifestyle, your labor has improved your appearance without materially improving your freedom. But everyone lives like this. Everyone can participate in a bad equilibrium. That does not make the equilibrium safe. The person with the old car may have $500,000 invested. The person with the new car may have $500,000 in obligations. From across the parking lot, they look different. Inside their balance sheets, the story may be reversed. Because once you buy the identity, you have to keep paying to maintain it. Now your income is no longer paying for your life. It is paying rent to your social image. That is the appearance tax. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" ask, "What is this purchase preventing me from becoming?" A $60,000 car is not competing with a $40,000 car. It may be competing with a business reserve. A house upgrade is not competing with a smaller house. It may be competing with the ability to leave a terrible job. A luxury vacation is not competing with a cheaper vacation. It may be competing with 6 months of financial runway. Money is stored optionality. Every dollar you keep can become time, resilience, negotiating power, mobility, or investment capital. Every dollar you permanently attach to status becomes less flexible. This is why genuine wealth often looks boring. Boring is underrated. A person with a modest house and a large investment portfolio can sleep differently from someone with a spectacular house and no margin. One owns assets. The other owns obligations. The person who built an expensive image needs everything to continue going according to plan. The person who built financial margin can absorb reality. This is the distinction between looking successful and becoming financially durable. The first is public and immediate. The second is private and cumulative. One depends on what people can see today. The other depends on what your money can do 10 years from now. The difference is invisible at first, but compounding eventually turns a private decision into a public result. That matters. So how do you escape the performance? The first move is to define enough before your income expands. Decide what a good life actually costs you. Not what your neighbor spends, not what your social media feed suggests, not what the newest car commercial tells you a successful person should drive. Your number. Because if enough is undefined, more will always feel necessary. The second move is architectural. Automate the gap. When your income arrives, move the amount meant for investing and reserves before your brain begins treating the entire paycheck as available money. If you receive a raise, do not immediately promote your lifestyle to match it. Send a meaningful portion of the increase into assets before your new spending habits have time to claim it. The third move is to audit your inputs. If a particular account, friendship, neighborhood, influencer, or shopping environment repeatedly makes you dissatisfied with things you were perfectly happy with yesterday, notice the pattern. You do not need stronger willpower against a machine designed to trigger desire. Sometimes the intelligent response is to leave the machine. The fourth move is capital placement. Do not let large amounts of idle cash sit indefinitely in low-yield accounts while inflation quietly reduces its purchasing power. Understand your options. Compare emergency savings, high-yield accounts, government securities, diversified investments, retirement vehicles, and productive assets according to your country, risk tolerance, taxes, and time horizon. And finally, create a private scoreboard. Track net worth. Track savings rate. Track invested capital. Track months of living expenses covered. Track debt. Track the gap between what you earn and what you permanently consume. Because the ultimate status signal is one nobody can photograph. It is being able to say no. No to the terrible job. No to the desperate loan. No to the purchase designed to impress someone you barely know. No to the pressure to keep proving that you belong. Return to that office parking lot. Daniel walks past Michael again. From the outside, Daniel still looks richer. His SUV is newer, his watch shines, his clothes announce a higher rank. But Michael's money is quietly buying something different. Time. He is building reserves. He is acquiring productive assets. He is reducing dependence on the next paycheck. He is buying the ability to make decisions without panic. Neither man looks poor. Only one is quietly becoming free. That is the brutal truth about looking rich. The performance can consume the very resources required to become wealthy. And the cruelest part is that the audience you are performing for may not even be watching. Most people are too busy performing for their own audience. So stop asking whether your lifestyle looks successful. Ask whether your lifestyle is purchasing freedom. Because strangers can applaud a costume for 5 seconds. They cannot pay your bills when the applause stops. They cannot buy back the years you exchanged for status. They cannot give you the courage to walk away when your income disappears. Only financial margin can do that. Freedom is quiet. Real wealth stays hidden because it has nothing to prove. The person who truly wins may be the person nobody notices. He drives the older car. He keeps the same phone for another year. He leaves the restaurant before the bill becomes a performance. He invests the difference. He sleeps. And while everyone else is trying to look rich, he is quietly purchasing the one luxury that cannot be faked. The ability to choose. Wealth is what remains after nobody is watching.